cryptocurrency market is never a quiet moment because of the massive upside swings in the overall market and the panic that causes retail traders to act rashly in response to high-profile news events, whether they are good or bad. This is a result of the market's overall amazing swings in the opposite direction. But the panic has been the same since the financial crisis of 2008. With the Marco chop and the appearance of disturbing stories involving billions of dollars and substantial sums of money, this pattern has been recurring over the past 2 to 3 weeks. When substantial amounts of Bitcoin and similar assets are involved, the general public is overcome with anxiety and perplexity. The perfect prescription for the entire marketplace shakeout event is obtained when you take into account the manipulation that institutions engage in, which is exactly what we have been seeing. That being said, we will deal with it and have discussions about it. Good morning to all of you. Hi there. My name is Nick, and I'm thrilled that you have decided to follow our channel. Now, this is where we need to be specific. With the market value of all cryptocurrencies currently hovering above $2 trillion, there is a mix of excitement and concern. Accordingly, if we glance at the top, we can observe that we can see that we have reached the lowest number if we look at the chart monthly, starting in July 2023 and going all the way down to October of the same year. The mindset of the distance has completely changed in the marketplace, and as a result, retail is now always considering new ideas. And this is the time at which the topic of Gary Gensler's impending resignation is no longer being discussed, but rather the news that a seasoned crypto administrator will assume leadership duties. They are now just discussing the significant change that has taken place on the institutional side, rather than the seasoned crypto Congress that had just assumed office 10 days prior. The chart is all they can think about, along with the prospect of altering their portfolio, looking at the red, and making menacing statements about the potential involvement of others. So the big thing that's happening is that I recognize that panic selling is the best course of action for the market overall, but it is depressing to know that individuals are suffering and feeling insecure. And it's getting closer to that point of collision when there is such thick. On the other side, the market must surely undergo that significant upward acceleration. We are just starting to ascend when the water unexpectedly returns in such a big way. We are researching Bitcoin in the midst of everything, and we have 7 days left. Recently, the price has decreased to about 9,106. This is how the first month and the first year seem on the surface. As you can see from the charts, even XRP has been rising over the previous few days, month, or even year. I want to stress that this is a clean chop and that it is really smooth. All we are doing is cutting back on our losses while we watch for the next big upward move. To be honest with you, we closely monitor Bitcoin every day. Well, this is not something to worry about. The most significant candle closers for consciousness are those that take place every day. As you can see, even during the market's lowest points, there is price movement. As you can see, the candle bodies are above those low points in case there is any delay or certainty. As of this point in November, nothing particularly alarming has happened, and the wick itself is only marginally better than it was the previous week in November. At this time, our daily candle closures are at their lowest points. The most crucial element to focus on in order to turn it is the midline when it comes to traveling forward. The setting for the flip is 98000. We are hoping that this level will return to the chart. In order to have a potential breakout to 18400, it is very likely that we will retest the high after that. It is essential that this happen as quickly as possible. We are anticipating a strong upward impulse move, which should ideally occur by the middle of this month. Consequently, we need to be patient and vigilant. We may have to wait until the 20th, or we may choose to make the cut and wait until then. However, it appears that Bitcoin continues to function properly outside of the Bitcoin blockchain. For example, if you check at the last 12 hours, you will see that there is a lot of support around 925,000, which indicates that yes, from a shape perspective, everything is still looking good on Bitcoin. In relation to XRP, it has been speculating on our capabilities. At the end of the day, everything is coming together in a stunning way. We ended up at a low of about $2.20, as is evident. I've been waiting for this low for a long time, and thus far nothing out of the ordinary has occurred. However, before I break out to the upside, retesting that trend line and ultimately breaking into $4 and beyond, I still need this component to slightly decline. And, remember that this will take time. Thus, the most crucial thing is to stay true to your resolve. It sounds like something from a nightmare when you zoom out and view these charts. For example, if you look at the XRP basic aid chart every day, you will see that it is now trading at about $227. It hasn't cracked the code yet, but it seems to be rather strong. It is possible that the fourth daily candle frame will close today. Every day we have 4 candle frame shuts. The fact that there will be 4 candle body shuts near this level, if we close at this level, suggests that we are building a foundation. In addition to the daily candlesticks closing on the weekly chart, there is a lovely XRP chart for Bitcoin. This Bitcoin chart is so cute. It's crucial to pay attention to these better time periods, even though this chart has a lot of supports, roughly 935,000. But I've also been examining other charts, including the monthly ones. The bull market is doing nicely, as we can see. The sell-off is still at 18,000, and the moving average is starting to climb up. The layout and design of the flag. Additionally, a bull flag is forming in this region, suggesting that our next big move must be capable of propelling us to the top of the Bitcoin market. It will be necessary to remain patient in order to ensure that the peak, which might be anywhere from 1,400.00 to 1,600.00, is legitimate high. If we reach the summit, it will be exciting to witness. However, outside of this context, the mainstream media was creating a stir, and $655 million had exchanged hands in the cryptocurrency market in the last 24 hours. In my view, this unquestionably began to grow into the billions of dollars. Although there were several shaky movements throughout yesterday's day, this actually happened between the middle of the previous day and the 10th of the previous day.